why I've been thinking this channel needs more Gundam 00 love, because it is my favorite. It's really the show that got me into collecting like non-stop. Before that, I'd collect here and there, but when 00 came out and I watched the show, I was like, I have to get them all. I didn't get them all. It's close. And one I want to look at right now is the 1100 Gundam Arios. Now this kit is getting close to 20 years old. It's still really good. We don't have a master grade. Who knows when we'll have a master grade. They've got all the Season 1 Gundams out, so I'm hoping we'll get these someday, or third parties will do. And this one, even though it's old, it's still pretty good. This is the designer version, a designer color version. There is, of course, the normal color, which is darker. This is more of a pastel. They did it for all the all 4 Season 2 Gundams. But I didn't get the 00. I didn't like how it looked. It looked really chunky to me. I was happy with the master grade. I got a couple master grades of it. And wow! Yeah, it's quite the... wow, is that accurate? I don't know if that's accurate or not, but that's... so if I make sure his feet are straight. Yeah, that's... huh. It's big. Yeah, it's a big boy. And I mostly got it... One, I like the stickers. I think they're pretty cool. Having the... kind of like the popsicle color of orange too was really nice, but just how they have these stickers and they're kind of asymmetrical. And this one actually, some of the other ones are coming off. The stickers are peeling. This one's holding up pretty well because there's a lot of stickers and they're just, well, they're not rub transfer. They're just peel off stickers that are kind of clear. But it looks very, very good still. The head, I really like the head of the Arios. And I think this is when they started doing the feature of giving the LED unit in the head, which this one's actually pretty loose now. It's very easy to come off. I don't think it's going to fall off, but if you're not going to use the LED, maybe glue that on, which is why I didn't use the eye stickers. I think I did it once. Obviously, I took them out. I think because, like, you know, I don't think they came with batteries because that'd be too much to ask for Bandai, so I had to get my own. I think I shared it with other ones. But it does look like an awesome kit, and no matter what color you get. Why didn't they do Trans Am? I'm pretty sure they didn't do Trans Am for any of the 1100 Season 2s. And they only did Trans Am of the Exia for Season 1, and that was expensive. It was like, even back in the day, that was like, I think, $60 compared to like $24 for the original color. Anyways, love this thing. Looks great. And like, you don't need the stickers, obviously, but everything else, I'm pretty sure, is just plastic. I even like the lighter, like, gray instead of the black they use. And poseability is actually really good. They really started coming into their own with 00. Like, the head, kind of simple, right? I mean, I can understand because they have that gimmick to you know, use, so it kind of hinders what can go on inside. But because of the way it transforms, you've got crazy shoulder poseability going on. And, like, you get the, well, these are supposed to be shields. Sure. I think they said they're beam shields. Did I ever use them as shields? It's been a while. I don't think so. But yeah, crazy arm articulation you got going on. Elbows are good, and because the way, I don't know if they would have included this if it didn't transform, but you can totally do that. So that's pretty decent. Now, the waist, well, they give you a chest joint. So I'm thankful for that, but the waist is locked. And that could be good. Like, they could have done it, because this waist doesn't have to transform. But because it does transform, that would probably be floppy, and it'd be a pain. So I think that's okay. Having the chest, it gives you a little bit. It would have been nice to have more of a crunch, but whatever. The skirts are nice to get out of the way. Why do they design the crotch piece for the, like, mobile armor mode to be like that? I don't know. I would have had it like split or something. Whatever. But yeah, the legs are good. Even the back skirt moves because, well, this is the back when they don't really do that, but because it transforms, that has to move, so it does get out of the way. Legs, once again, I'm not sure why they did that. If they had cut this up here at the hip, well, actually, it still wouldn't have gone because the hip's too high up and it hits the GN crotch. Yeah, the GN drive's in the crotch here. I like that in 00 Season 2. They put the GN drives in different places. Like 00 Gundam had it in the chest, or not the chest. 00 Gundam had it in the binders on the backpack. Crotch, the Sheridan had it in the bum, and then the Cerevi had it in the Seraphim. So yeah, that was all different. And once again, because it transforms, it does this. I don't know if there would be a thigh cut if it didn't, but it's appreciated. Knees are good. Look at that. Nice bend. And the feet, a little hindered. Actually, no. I was wrong. I forgot this part is separate. So you've actually got good poseability all across the board. Like, the only thing, like I said, is the waist is static, but because it has a chest, it kind of makes up for it. Now, weapons. Not a lot. I really appreciate the fact that the ones, the beam sabers, they actually put them underneath the front skirts where they're supposed to be. And these are ball jointed. Because the way they're positioned, if it was pegged, they wouldn't be able to do what they're supposed to do, which is flip out like that. So they can be grabbed. And oops. It's weird that they made the beam saber in 2 pieces. Not just one solid piece, but yeah, there it is. I don't have any of the beams with me. I'm not, like, I don't know if they take master grade ones or not. But it doesn't matter. And built in, I think they're like supposed to be machine guns, GN machine guns on the arm. Now this one would have been nice if it was a hinge, but you have to yank off the armor on the arm, and then you just do the whole sliding back a little bit and peg it in a little farther back. That's the thing they do with a lot of the kits, usually high grades, but oh, it was too. I was going back. I has to go forward. So yeah, you got the little barrels sticking out in there. Kind of wish they were gray, but yeah, okay, don't push your luck, right? And then we also have the beam rifle, which is different looking. It has a swivelable handle for its transformation. It goes that way. It can do this, also in mobile armor mode. Not really useful here. I suppose if you want to shoot someone sticking up, like someone flies above you, just go whoop, bang. And it just goes in the hand. I think it had fists, closed fist hands, but I just hold the holding hands. I can't remember if it did or not, because it doesn't really matter. So yeah, Arios in mobile suit mode is really impressive and freaking big. I didn't realize how big this guy was. Wow. Now transformation, it does transform, and it's a little more complicated than a usual Gundam transformation where it's basically just laying down. It is laying down, but there's a few more steps involved into its aero mode. But the head, I mean, I wish it could go a little farther forward, but it does have to be a little far forward so you can get the shoulders because of the extra hinge in the armor. You can bring it all the way up. Now, I do wish there was another tab besides this little teeny dinky one here at the end of the nose cone, because it does that a whole thing where it splits like that and to attack in this mode. But I just wish there was like a little tab farther at the center, because it's very easy to unpeg. And this part here, which is like a faux cockpit, kind of wish it pegged in too. Just rest. I think that's where that went, that Celestial Beam logo. I'm pretty sure I followed the instructions. Little one there too. And actually, yeah, I think, oh yeah, it has a little bit of rotation there. Yeah, I didn't even notice that. But I think the clear green is the same color as the original color. I don't think it's a lighter green. Would have been nice. I think that would have been kind of cool. Now we'll deal with the arms later because I want to get the crotch and legs worked on. Because like I said, it has the flip out back skirt. And I forgot that there's little tabs you can barely see. They're actually really nicely hidden. This little detail right here. You got these flip out tabs that are not the easiest to get out. They are going to flip out and peg into these grooves in the shoulder armor. And if there was more pegging in going on at the front, this would be a lot easier because you kind of make sure you hold it straight. You got to hold her straight, and then you can kind of get everything lined up and try and peg it all in. Alright, that took a lot longer than it should have, but that's just the way it is with the way they go. Because the shoulders, like, since they don't lock in here, they want to move, and these tabs want to flip back in. So it's a pain. But now that that's all done, I guess I can just do a little bit of transformation with the nose cone or the tail fin. That's all it does. It just goes from here to here. Okay. You can rotate the thighs, and then this is so cool, and I'm really happy they did this. There's a little locking tab. So if you flip that out, then you can collapse the feet. But first you gotta pull out the wings, which lock into place, thankfully. So they're not going to be flopping around. Maybe after, I mean, I would say over time. It's been almost 20 years, and they're not doing it yet. So I think we're good. And then you can collapse the toes, and then you can just have to slide down the wings, and they lock in place again. And it kind of makes a nice little form of a wing. That's cool. I do find the little tabs that unlock the leg don't go in all the way once they're in mobile armor mode. I can't get them in all the way anyways, but they seem to be fine. And then it's just a matter of lining the The arms are just rotating them, and you're supposed to bend the hands. This is why I don't know if this would have been included, this hinge, because they're supposed to go into the, like, right beside the stomach. And see, the nose cone's coming on tab just because everything's still pretty tight for being so old. So we're going to take this hole that's right beside the beam saber, and it's going to go into, I don't know why there's 2 tabs, maybe to make it symmetrical, but I think you're only supposed to put it into the closer one, like the one that's closer to the crotch, I think. Alright. And we have Arios, if I had his nose cone on, or his cockpit, in its mobile armor mode, its flying arrow mode. It's unique. I don't think we've had one quite like this. It's very sleek looking, isn't it? I like it, even though, hello, it's a Gundam. It's not a Transformer. It's not supposed to be in disguise. You know it's gonna come and kick your ass, so that's fine. Now the beam rifle, you just have to rotate the handle on this peg, and then you can just slide into the hand. So it does fall out a little easily, but it's not terrible. But it does sometimes fall out. And now with that, you can shoot forward and you can shoot down, which I also don't remember if he ever did that. Probably did at least once in the show, just to show it. So that's it. This is so cool. Like, it's so old now, and it's just has this too. I might as well show this off. The chomping feature, which once again, maybe that's why they didn't have anything tab in here, because it has to do that, and there's really nowhere for the nose. I want to say nose cone, the cockpit to tab in once it does that. So they did what they could, I guess. Well, I guess I'll let that slide. I just wish there was some way to tab it in. Like, really, it could have still had another tab in closer into the nose cone so that it would stay better, because you could just untab it like in 2 spots instead of 1. But that's really my only real nitpick, I'd say. I mean, it holds together pretty well. Pretty well. Just gotta, you know, fiddle with it some. It's old, right? It's still cool. And like, if I compare it to, look at that. Now we can ride him. I can transport the 00 after his GN drives failed when he went Trans Am.